Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Al, the owner and founder of TICKR Finance and TICKR Apparel. And thank you for tapping in to our YouTube channel. Real quick, the mission of TICKR Finance and TICKR Apparel is to close the wealth gap in the United States through crypto assets and dope fashion. To learn more about the effort, the cool fashion, and how we're making strides and waves in closing the wealth gap, you can visit www.tickerapparel.com. See it right there in the lower third. Again, that's www.tickerapparel.com. We are the only YouTube channel and apparel company that is solely dedicated to closing the wealth gap in the United States. We're also doing this for some educational purposes and entertainment purposes. So, super excited to have you guys to the channel. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. If you're new, welcome. So we'll go ahead and get into today's topic and episode. So kind of perusing the news, and I saw where AMC is going to accept Doge. What I think they were already accepting Doge. Now they're going to accept Shiba Inu via BitPay. So this is to me, it feels like smoke and mirrors. So just to give you guys a little bit of backstory, AMC is one of the meme stocks of late 2020, early 2021, where Wall Street Bets, which is a group on Reddit, basically found a glitch in the matrix, I'll call it. But essentially what they did is they found a hole in the system, in the stock market, where market makers and players on Wall Street had essentially over leveraged their shorts on AMC, which is a movie theater entertainment company, as well as GameStop. We're just going to focus on AMC today. So somehow, some way, there's some weird rule where you can actually short more stock than the actual float that's available. So to break down the technicals of what I just said, the float of a stock is the amount of shares that are available for the public to purchase. Well, these guys say there's 100 shares available. I'm just round simple numbers. There's 100 shares available. These guys on Wall Street had shorted like 150, 200 shares, like a lot more than what was available. I don't know how that works. I'd have to look up, the exact rule and how they're even allowed to be able to do that. Well, Wall Street Bets, and there's millions of people in this group, basically were able to identify that that's what happened. They came in and bought up the shares and bought options, call options in droves, like just created this mass buying event, which forced what's called the short squeeze, meaning all those guys who were shorting, betting the stock that was going to go down, they then had to cover their shorts, meaning buy the stock, and it forced it to go up like it was crazy. Hundreds of percent. People had options, turned a couple of thousand to couple of $100,000 in a matter of days. It was one of the wildest things, probably the wildest thing that wasn't crypto related that I've ever seen in investing, period. Right? It was wild. Anyway, I believe so AMC's leadership is loyal to the crypto community because they essentially saved AMC from going bankrupt. Now, that being said, AMC's CEO and I think the CFO dumped a ton of shares of the stock. It was unbelievable. And this was probably toward the end of last year. This is after saying he wasn't going to do that. So I'm hesitant, very hesitant, to really put any kind of weight behind that. Now, that being said, I will say this: the world is officially opening back up. What's the CDC? They're officially like rolling back mask mandates and all this stuff. And so movies are starting to come back out in movie theaters only, not this combination of, the first 30 days on Peacock or some sort of streaming service, and then, just solely in the movies. I think they're going straight to the movies. So that's a pretty big deal. Um, but you gotta watch AMC. They are still loaded with a bunch of debt. So I'm speaking from this from two perspectives. Really more from the stock perspective, but this is good for uh, crypto in general. Now, the reason that they're even accepting SHIB and Doge, which they were already accepting, and they announced that last year, is primarily because this was the group of individuals that saved the company. And so it's almost like, tipping your hat to the people uh, that bailed you out. That's essentially what happened. This community provided a huge bailout to them. So I'm going to share my screen so we can kind of go to the article and look at it a little bit more. No. Okay, there we go. Nope. I wanted to go up a little bit. So this is kind of a short article. Looks like it's just a few highlights, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you guys see it here. And I'm on Yahoo Finance, but this kind of update came via CoinDesk. And that is AMC Theaters will accept Doge and Shiba Inu via BitPay. Again, this is them tipping their hats, showing love to the people that bailed them out. BitPay will be live on AMC online payments and our website by March 19th, and live on our mobile apps by April 19th, possibly a few days earlier. In November, the company, a unit of AMC Entertainment Holdings, began accepting Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin for payments, and promised Doge was coming soon. Okay, so I kind of had that wrong. They were actually accepting more of the well-known crypto coins, and now Doge and SHIB are coming. At the time, AMC also said it would explore using Shiba Inu. I'm gonna stop there for a second. I think it's important to highlight, guys, especially when you talk about some of the more prominent top 10 coins that are mentioned. Personally, and again, this is not investment advice. This is edutainment, entertainment, and education. Please do your own research. All investment incurs risk, and you have the potential to losing all of your initial investment. All of that being said, uh, Bitcoin, Ether, I don't have any Bitcoin Cash, but I'd probably be reluctant. Again, this is my personal opinion. I'd be reluctant to be buying movie tickets with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, over the last 10 years, is the most, has returned the most value to any investor, and will likely do the same over the next 10 years. And so I wouldn't, buy tickets to Spider-Man with something once inflation is adjusted, depending on how much it goes up. You're going to end up paying a lot more than, 15, $20 for a movie ticket, right? So if you buy it today and it's $15, $20 and you spend that in Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin goes up 100% or tenfold in the next 5 years, then you've actually paid $200 adjusted for the increase in the asset for a movie ticket. So take that into consideration if you're considering buying or using crypto, especially some of these more valuable tokens and coins for depreciating assets or just leisure and entertainment activities. Just be very, very careful doing that. And then it just went on to say that AMC shares are up 4% today, but remain lower by 30%, by more than 30% year to date. I'm not fooling with AMC. There's still a lot of fundamental questions around the business. It'll be interesting to see if it bounced back uh, pre-COVID. Now that again some of these restrictions are being loosened, but you just gotta be careful. These guys have been pandering to the crypto community, which again I understand. Like I guess I would have too, but I'm not using any of my crypto to go to the movies. I'll be using fiat cash. And again, this guy also dumped all of his stock. Not making this up. That's verifiable. I probably could look that up and show you guys. But he dumped. Let me see. AMC. I'm gonna see if I can bring up the. Oh, there's Business Insider. Well, Barron's. It didn't show the entire thing. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen one more time so you guys can see. Uh, so yeah, this is what I was telling you guys about earlier. So the AMC CEO says he's finished selling shares after offloading another 7.1 million worth of stock movie theater chain. Now this is just last month. You gotta watch the. I mean, listen, some weasel behavior going on. AMC CEO has sold another 7.1 million shares of the company this week. The latest sale means he's offloaded more than 40 million worth of 40 million worth of shares in the last few months. Now look at this. AMC Entertainment boss Adam Aron sold another 7.1 million worth of shares in his movie theater company, and said he's done selling for now. For now. How long is for now? You got to ask these questions. Does that mean 2 days, 3 days, a week? What? I don't know. Aron, an icon among the millions of retail traders backing his company, has now sold more than 40 million worth of AMC stock in the past few months as part of his plan to diversify his assets for estate planning purposes. Offloading the latest tranche, the 67-year-old CEO said he's finished selling. I am I am in, he said in a tweet explaining the sales. Uh, so he told investors in November's earning call that he planned to offload some of his AMC holding. This is the stock. Filings with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission show he sold about 25 million worth of shares in November, about 9.6 million in December, and then another 7.1 million this week. This is the week of January, first week of the month first week of the year in 2022. He still has about 2.3 million shares in AMC. The filing shows that's worth 52 million of the company's latest closing price. The dude, wow, man. Like you can't look. I think he's just pandering to the Wall Street bets community after selling that many shares. And again, he still got 52 million worth, and I can understand the diverse that came in a great time, right? He didn't try to diversify his estate planning when the stock was at like $2. It wasn't a good time to do it then. It wasn't until the Wall Street bets community came in, bailed him out, pumped the stock. Then he's like, yeah, it's a good time to diversify for estate planning. It's a game, guys. These old school guys, they are, you know, they capitalism is a game. And so just know that all this stuff, in my opinion, again, they're pandering. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying AMC. I'll probably go to the movies. But I'm not using my crypto to pay for tickets to go to the movies. So just watch the weasel behavior. Make sure you kind of do your due diligence on all this stuff. Somebody might tout this as a win for crypto, but once you start to kind of peek behind the curtain, you see old Adam back there uh, unloading shares of the company stock, and then on the other hand, he's telling the Wall Street bets community, "Hey, I'm in, I'm all in." Now get up out of here. All right, y'all. I don't went on my rant for that guy for a minute. If you found value in this, please hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it helps get the channel out there to more great people like yourself. Costs absolutely nothing. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted of new content as it becomes available. Until the next episode, peace and blessings, y'all. I'm out. Take care.